Hi guys, I've made a short video to take you through the survey that's for the 12th June event with SAICA. So I would request, I'm going to send it out today, which is 31 May. If it can be back with me on the 5th of June, I'll give you feedback on the 7th, and then you can give me your feedback on your results by the 10th, which is all for the 12th June event. 22 August and 3 October is obviously the assurance provider event. I'm not going to talk about that now. So the Q sort is to try and elicit responses from the four main stakeholder groups that I will talk about. It's 47 statements that you need to rank into three buckets. Those three buckets are agree, disagree, and neutral. And then you redivide those three buckets into 9 buckets with some restrictions per bucket. And there's also some parity figures that is statistically necessary to make sure that everybody does the sorting accurately. So you'll come across this first screen, which gives you the 4 main role players. I will ask you to, based on what you've provided me, select one of these. And crucially, you should complete the survey or the Q sort from the perspective of one of these role players, not your personal views. Be very specific. So the first layer is where you divide the 47 statements into one of 3 buckets, and I'll go through that on the software itself. And the second layer is where you divide those 3 buckets into 9 more buckets, and you can see there's restrictions for these different buckets. So you will see as you get to the right amount, the options go green, or the boxes go green. There's some narratives that are not compulsory, and this can only be completed once you've provided your email address and end. So unfortunately, you cannot save it online. So let's go and take a look at what the software looks like. So I'll send you that link. You'll get that link. You say, okay, I'm a report preparer. Next. So the first statement, interestingly, put this option under agreement. So this is a parity figure, so you're going to put that under agreement, and then you read all of these options and you select them and you take them into one of these buckets. So you realize, oh, I should have put that into neutral. You can drag it and drop it over there, or the other way to do it is click and move it to one of the other boxes that way. So I will pause the video and allocate the 47 items into these 3 initial boxes. Okay, so I've allocated most of them. Let's do the last couple ones. So, yes, I would continue to the next part, please. So now I need to take all of these options that are under these 3 buckets and move them into these 9 buckets down here. Right? Just really important. You'll see, even though that bucket requires 2 items, you can put more in there because you're going to think there's some things that I strongly disagree with. So you drag those down there for argument's sake. And then you see you've allocated 2 items. No more is required. So that's a green tick. But as you go through the options, you see, oh, okay, but I also want to put that there. And then it's exceeded. Okay, so you're going to have to move that back out at some point to one of these other options. So you can move it either this way, or you can drag it over like that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and allocate all of these items while pausing the video. Okay, so I've done my allocations, and it seems like some of my boxes have the right amount in them, you can see, but some have exceeded the amount, okay, and some might actually require some more items. So you go through and you see where you are. So 1 item exceeded, so you think, okay, I want to move this item over here. Now that one is right, but now this one again exceeds, so you need to move one over there. Obviously apply your mind, and they just randomly pull stuff across, otherwise the whole exercise is pointless. So you see slight agreement, okay. That requires 2 items, so I'm thinking this one put under some agreement. I can't. Oh, that one actually needs to be over here because that's some agreement. That's a parity figure. And then you're going to have to move that over there again to get to the right amount. So you continue doing this little exercise, which can be a little bit time consuming, unfortunately, until all of the options are green. Just one word of warning. The software is sort of broken in one way. If you zoom in and out, for some reason, these buttons don't work anymore. So you need to get this zooming back to the original size before these buttons work again. That is the one problem. So I'm going to finish the sorting while I pause the video quickly. Okay, so now you will see all my options are green, and this allows me to go to the next step. There are 4 narrative questions that you should please answer if you have something to say. If you don't have anything to say, you can leave them empty. And the last step is to complete your email address. So you put the email address and submit, and then it's done. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you enjoy doing the survey.